here. This past weekend we had the Oscars. What do you guys think of it, Thomas?
Well, we should probably list off the winners. So Birdman won for Best Picture.
Yeah.
I wasn't really surprised by that. Best Director, the guy for Alejandro Inarritu won for Birdman. Best Original Screenplay, Birdman won. Best Adapted Screenplay, The Imitation Game won. Best Leading Actor, Eddie Redmayne won for Theory of Everything, which is the Stephen Hawking movie. Best Leading Actress, Julianne Moore for Still Everything. Best Lead Actor in a Supporting Role, J.K. Simmons for Whiplash. Best Actress for Leading and Supporting Roles, Patricia Arquette for Boyhood. Already got the 2 screenplays. Best Animation, Big Hero 6 won. And those are really all the major ones. I can't think of any ones that you guys want to mention. So overall, I like, I can't really argue against any of the winners and all. Like, I don't have a problem with them, even if, I wasn't expecting Eddie Redmayne to win for Theory of Everything, but at the same time, he was amazing in it, so I'm not going to argue. Like, it should have been Michael Keaton, because that's what I thought it was going to be. But, it's like either way, okay, I don't have any arguments. I still would like to see a Lego movie in there, nominated for Best Picture, but what are you going to do? I was kind of expecting How to Train Your Dragon 2 to win for that, though. But once again, Big Hero 6 was a good movie, so I'm not going to argue. Actually, the performance and the show itself with Neil Patrick Harris hosting, when it was announced that he would be hosting, because he hosted like the Tonys and like something for video games and Emmys and everything. He's hosted every other show except for the Oscars. So when they announced him, I was really excited. And I'm like, awesome, this is going to be a good, because I didn't really like Ellen Lash. I thought some of her jokes didn't work. I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. Neil Patrick Harris, so this is going to be as good as Billy Crystal back when he hosted and all, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't like it. A lot of his jokes didn't work for me. I didn't like how he pointed out the seat fillers. I didn't like his little magic trick box. I understand he likes magic, but come on. Most of the jokes just fell flat for me. But overall, I still enjoyed it. And as I was doing, John Travolta was my favorite part. He's grabbing a deep in Enzo's face. It was so creepy, I couldn't help but laughing. I know it's wrong, but anyway, so, I watched the entire show. I think I'm the only one who did because I'm just that cool. David, you watched some of the show, right?
Yeah, about half. I really watched mostly
okay.
The important categories.
The later half. All right. What did you think?
I feel like Grand Budapest Hotel and Birdman kind of controlled the night in a way. Like, they really got the most awards. I feel like American Sniper, I think they should have got like a little bit more recognition at the Oscars. Just like not just only for like something about sound.
I think the Academy was fair with this time around.
It was fair.
Well, and I mean, I know you haven't seen like Birdman or Grand Budapest Hotel, and I have because once again I'm just that cool. And I gotta say, I'm surprised American Sniper was nominated for anything. There were other people and movies I would have nominated over it.
Yeah.
But that being said, it was still, a good movie. I'm like, okay, I would have preferred that, but I'm not going to argue with it all. And I wouldn't, and it's not like it won any of the things it didn't deserve to win, like for the sound, whatever it was, editing.
Yeah,
Is that what it won for?
It
won for sound editing. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to argue with that. I didn't even. It was a good job.
It was Interstellar.
Yeah.
But they did some sort of but American Sniper won some sort of sound Oscar or something.
Yeah,
something with editing.
Special
something.
effects.
It was a weird category.
Special effects, but something along that line. But anyway. So it was like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to argue with anything, but you were saying?
But, and Neil Patrick Harris, I felt like his jokes were kind of dry. I mean, I guess maybe that's the best he could do. I don't know. But for the most part, I guess it was an okay award show. It was, everything was honored how it was supposed to be in my book. So, yeah.
It was what you expected.
Yeah, basically.
I didn't watch the Oscars, but I did look at the nominees. And like
I'm going to
said,
start making it mandatory. If I say you guys should watch something, I'm going to make it mandatory.
Sorry, busy. Anyways.
You don't need friends, Skylar. We've already discussed this. But anyway, you were saying, I'm sorry.
The Academy was very fair. I realized that the nominations were pretty diverse this time with Birdman, Best Director, we have the Latino nominations.
He's Mexican.
Okay, that's Latino, Hispanic.
Yeah, okay, I know, and he's Mexican. I was just saying.
They all follow him.
Why do you have to be so antagonistic? Anyway, please continue. I know.
Where was I going? Okay, don't leave out Theory of Everything too. You guys were talking about.
Yeah, that one.
That was also right. That also kind of it didn't run the night, but it was pretty important.
It was an important one for Best Actor.
Yeah.
So that's all you thought about that? Yeah. All right. What's the next topic?
Hans Zimmer is scoring the Justice League films and giving
So I don't know how you guys feel, but you know how like one complaint you could say Marvel has is they don't have any like themes. Like you don't hear a piece of music and you go, oh, that's the Iron Man thing, because they get away with the AC/DC stuff. And there's no like Captain America thing. You don't hear music and think, oh, that's Captain America's music. You don't think about Captain America.
1920s music.
Whereas with like Batman and Superman, you had the Danny Elfman score for Batman from the 80s and 90s, and then you had the John Williams score with Superman from the 70s, and it's just iconic music. And so in that manner, DC is kind of beating Marvel. And so I'm like, I hear this, and I'm like, okay, cool, we're bringing that back. That's gonna be neat. Hopefully, though, I hope they still mesh together really well, because this is all going to be in one movie. So but it's Hans Zimmer. He's probably my second favorite composer, and so I'm excited for this. What do you guys think, Skylar?
This kind of reminds me of the way they compose Star Wars music. How they have the set of music for Sith. And then they have the Jedi. Yeah. And you can hear like the good,
each
bad,
of the characters kind of have
different
their own
pitches.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could say it's kind of like a one-up on Marvel, since like they don't really have music, like as you said, they don't have like theme songs for their heroes, and
that's kind of the only thing DC is beating.
Yeah, basically. But because Marvel really, they've already been doing what DC's coming up to do. Not saying like it's bad or anything, but I mean, I guess that's the only thing that really got up on it so far. See how the movie goes. If it's better than
the music isn't going to really make it break it. It's not going to make the movie great if it's bad. It's not going to make the movie terrible if it's a good movie. So, but it can can make a decent movie good or bad. So you're both excited for this.
Yeah, basically.
All right, cool. What's the next topic?
An Aquaman image released by Zack Snyder and of Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa is the actor. He's from like Game of Thrones. He plays like this big, scary barbarian dude and all. He was in the Conan reboot. Poor soul. It was just a terrible movie. He's a big dude. He's real tall. He's real muscular. He's scary looking. You don't want to come across him in a fight. And so it's really just badass tattoo or picture. He's got like this cool arm. He's got this trident thing. He's probably gonna stab people with a bunch of times. He's looking like really scary and menacing in the photo. And then there's a caption that's kind of over the picture. It's like Unite the Seven. Is that like 7 C's? Is that 7 members of the Justice League team or whatever? I'm kind of like, what's it mean? I want to know. I want news now. And so, David, you saw this image. What did you think about it? Did you even care? Were you like, oh, thank God he's not wearing the skin tight blue or green and orange?
I was just mainly happy that he's just not wearing that cliche, suit that they always put in
that really suggestive. You could almost.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of like he really didn't have like a great like place in DC to begin with. He's kind of seeing a joke. Yeah, a joke.
Well, he does have all the same powers as SpongeBob. So
basically, yeah. So I'm just glad they're not going to portray him like really as.
You're glad he's going to be cool and all.
Basically, yeah.
All right, I can see that. I'm getting a phone call or something. Ignore Skylar's rudeness. No. I'm kidding. What do you think of the image?
I think we can all agree that Aquaman is kind of a joke, the old Aquaman, but everyone kind of antagonizes him. No one goes, oh, love Aquaman. I love reading Aquaman.
It's my favorite
even as he says it. It's one of them people, like if you go, I'm a huge Aquaman fan, guys. Good golly gee, one of those kind of guys who, But with this image, what you're saying is with this image, it's changing. That you don't think he's the lame anymore with this picture.
No, he looks way cooler now.
All right, cool. So you're looking forward to seeing him in the Batman v Superman movie, and then Justice League, and then his own movie. Yeah. All right, cool. What's next?
All right, our news for the week: cult classics.
Yeah. So basically, this week nothing was in theaters or was released in theaters that we would suggest to you guys. And so what we did instead was, we're gonna talk about some cult classics. Now, for this, for our purposes, a cult classic is a movie that was we're defining it as a movie that didn't do too well at the box office or popularity-wise when it was first released, but then was later released onto DVD or TV or whatever, and then became much more popular and got a cult following. Examples of this are like Boondock Saints, Dread, Starship Troopers, Donnie Darko. We'll talk more. We'll talk about movies like that. We'll start off with Skylar. What's a cult favorite movie of yours?
the main one I've seen. I don't know if I've seen any others, but of the ones you mentioned, I saw
The ones you
Dread.
think of, Dread?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so kind of give us a timeline of when it came out, like past 5 years, 10 years, in the 30s, 40s, whatever. What's it about? Who's in it? Why you like it?
As in the setting?
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes place
future.
Oh,
in the future.
Pretty far
I don't
in the
think,
future.
Yeah, I don't think it
But-
specifies a date.
No, it doesn't. You can tell it's probably at least 100 years, probably.
Yeah, it's like some dystopian future. It's like some sort of apocalypse and all. Everybody lives in this one giant.
But basically, it's like United States is like a nuclear landfill. It's like they've been nuked before. They've already been nuked, and all from I think they said DC all the way up to.
Yeah, some super city that's like a size of a state or something.
Yeah, it's like the country's reduced to really small. There's mutants on the border of what the country's been reduced to
because of the radiation.
Some they don't
Everybody's
actually
in these giant buildings. And
they don't
all.
actually show the mutants that they say are like really screwed up.
Right.
Like they do reveal one mutant. She's normal, but she has except for
yeah, she has
mind powers. She still has her powers from being a mutant. She's just not all.
And so and then there's also the main character Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Basically, instead, because this super city or mega city or whatever it's called, it's like a mega city or something, is so big. There is no room for a normal judge, jury, executioner. And so what basically happened is they've all been rolled into one sort of police thing, and they're called judges, and they wear these cool uniforms. And they have these cool guns. They have like 7 different modes of all and all. And there's this one guy, Judge Dredd, who's like, it's like when people think of judges and all, cool judges and all, they think of this Dredd guy and all, and you never see his face. I like that. That's really going on. And so he goes around and he's killing guys left and right, judging them and all. That's like the terms they use and all. And so what's basically give us like kind of a plot like a Wikipedia summary, but without spoilers of the film, almost.
Okay, so we're in basically a post-apocalyptic America, I would say. We have all these judges focusing mainly on Dredd, and then there's this psychic mutant that didn't exactly pass her test to become a judge. So she's given one last evaluation, and to go like a ride along with Dredd, a futuristic ride along with Dredd, and they go out the field
to Judge Dredd,
and they're trying to bust this specific gang called the Mama Clan.
Which, by the way, how creepy and scary is she, Mama?
Yeah,
she's one of my favorite villains in these kind of sci-fi movies and all. Yeah. She's awesome. She's got this awesome scar and everything, cool backstory and all. Exactly, yeah. So anyway, you were saying, I like to interrupt you.
So Dredd goes into judges. He's after one specific individual, and it just so happens where he goes, where he's about to execute this person. Well, he's not going to arrest them, and if he were to execute them,
he's going to judge them.
He was going to judge them.
Use the correct terminology.
Sorry. He was going to judge them, and since he knows so much, and they were about to take him alive, the Mama Clan that happened to be in the same building he wanted him dead if he was going to be leaving the building.
Right.
That perpetrator.
So what did they do?
So they shut down the whole building. Mama Clan tries to kill the 2 judges, and 2 judges take out the clan left and right. Action
ensues. Okay, so now you've seen it too.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Everybody here at the table has seen this one. And so, when did you first see it? How did you hear about it? What did you think about it? That kind of thing, David?
When I first saw it, when I first heard about it, back when it came out in theaters, I really, I didn't give it too much thought about it. Like
those trailers weren't all that good.
Yeah,
and that's kind of why it didn't do that well. The trailers were kind of bad, and so it didn't do that well.
So I didn't really think anything of it, but thank God for Netflix. Saw it on Netflix. So I was like, I'll try it out. I loved it. So especially the thing I think really like the most about it is like the effects and like the scenes where like they took the
slow mo. Yeah.
Like that was like a cool scene for me.
Those are awesome. Yeah. They always looked great and all, especially at the end when
he hit the ground.
Yeah. With stuff that happens in sequential order, which is last. Yeah. So what did you? So out of 10, we'll basically go around. What did you think about it?
I would probably have to give it like a 8.7 for me. I think
Cool.
I really enjoyed it for a cult classic. I would give it a 9.
9. I'm probably gonna go 9 too. I really enjoyed it. It's a great film and all. All right. So you named Dredd. So what's a cult classic of yours, David?
Can you say multiple or just one?
Well, you can do multiple. We're gonna do one at a time right for now.
Well, I have to go with my favorite, Donnie Darko, as you mentioned.
That's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it, right?
Yeah,
okay.
he's pretty young in that movie. Actually, he's like I think around our age, kind of a little bit older. So
He's pretty young.
Yeah, but this movie really, I liked it. Well, the reason it's a cult classic.
Kind of give us a plot by plot point thing without any spoilers.
Well, I guess
it's a horror movie, right?
Well, it's not really a horror movie. It's more like a thriller.
Okay.
Yeah, like a science type of sci-fi. It really has to do with kind of time travel in a way, and like basically like time is I'm not gonna say that because it's kind of revealed in the movie. But yeah, basically it's dealing with time travel.
Like a time traveling thriller kind of thing.
Yeah, type. Yeah.
I think the cover has like a weird bunny creature.
Yeah, it's like that's the prominent thing about it. It's like he's like having like visions and like dreams of a guy in a bunny suit. Now this might sound creepy.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it's extremely creepy.
Wow.
But when you see the movie, you're gonna understand.
It's
why
cool and it makes sense.
Yeah, it will make sense once you see like why he sees that first. Like.
Well, with that excellent description, I'm gonna go buy it now. I'll probably catch it on Netflix though. But why do you like Zoosius? It's really cool. It's unexpected. What?
I mean, first off, unexpected because like when you first see the movie, you're not gonna expect first off the ending.
Who's gonna expect a man in a bunny rabbit?
Exactly. For one thing, yeah. And then the thing is, it's just like Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's a great actor in my opinion.
He is pretty good.
Yeah. He played the part pretty well. It's the CGI effects are pretty good, especially for that year. It's just all around.
Do you know?
I think.
It was roughly early 2000s. Okay, early 2000s.
Yeah. But yeah, the movie's amazing. Basically, like it's just the ending is like extremely like great, and it makes the whole movie make
even
sense.
Better.
Like it's like the complete unexpected twist you never think of.
And so you haven't seen it, and I haven't seen it. Yeah. From that description, would you see this movie?
It's creepy.
Yeah.
But like say you're flipping through channels and it's on Stars or something like that. Would you watch it?
If you can hook me, I'm not watching.
So he didn't hook you. So basically, from what he just described, he didn't hook you.
Well, he said
you have nothing to do. Okay, you have nothing to do for the next 2.5 hours. You're flipping through channels and you see that it's on. Are you gonna watch it?
Oh no.
No, you're not. Okay, so he didn't hook you.
It's just the fact of the bunny. Like, is
it
not just the bunny? It just doesn't.
Do you have something against rabbits? Okay, so if I were let's put me in the same situation. If I were doing nothing for the next 2.5 hours, which is kind of frequent. Yeah. Anyway, I'd probably watch it because especially with Nightcrawler and all, Jake Gyllenhaal, the movie he was in. I'm kind of interested in seeing his older stuff now that I haven't seen. So I would probably check that out. So what would you give it out of 10?
9.8 probably.
What?
Super close.
Really?
Yeah, super close. 9.8. It ain't perfect, but it's almost there.
All right, for my cult classic, I'm gonna list Starship Troopers.
Okay.
Yeah, this movie came out 97, I think, same year I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you won't care. Who cares how old you are?
Got a kid.
Yes, yeah, a little junior. Anyway,
just got my
so
license
basically,
yesterday.
yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, good for you. Oh, don't teach me like that.
You know I drive.
Anyway, so basically, I'm kind of trying to figure out a way to sum up the plot of this movie. It's kind of almost like this. It kind of parodies itself. It's like, okay, so it's like in the future and all, and the Earth is under like one government of some sort or whatever. It's you kind of get the sense it's kind of a totalitarianism.
Unitarian.
Yeah, military.
Whatever it is, it's kind of a dictatorship of some kind.
Unitarian.
Very militaristic. The guys, there are obviously problems with this movie, but it's still a very good movie. Like the white family that lives in Buenos Aires in Brazil, and none of them have Brazilian accents.
Nobody's there.
Exactly, they're all white, so it's kind of like all right, but it's kind of like part of the corniness of it.
But they speak English.
Yeah, they speak English. That's part of the thing, but they don't have any accents on. But they live in Buenos Aires.
They just happen to live in a Spanish country.
Portuguese, I think.
Brazil's not Spanish.
Brazil, no,
my bad. I don't know my places. My bad.
Go back to geography. Anyway, and so like these alien bugs attacking, they're like basically ugly giant cockroaches of some sort.
Arachnids, as they call them.
Yeah, or something. And they're like these crazy weird things, and they're like somehow invading planet to planet or something.
Yeah.
And so and they like attack Buenos Aires and the kids like at school or something one day, and it like destroys it and all.
Yeah.
And it has Denise Richards in. our older audience members will know who Teresa is. She's not a very talented actress, you know. Like she's not. You don't get her in a movie because she's an outlaw. She's very attractive, and that's why you would get her, you know.
But she's old
So,
now, so.
well, she's not. She's like 40s maybe.
Oh.
But anyway, she plays the main girlfriend of the guy.
Yeah.
And then also speaking of Neil
yeah,
Patrick Harris,
exactly. I was gonna say
he
that.
plays this one guy, and then he's buddies with the main guy. I can't remember the main
He's a
guy. I
psychic
can't remember his
too.
name.
I think.
Yeah, he's like
Casper Van Dien.
Yeah. And he's got like psychic power somehow or something, and so they all go to military school. One of them goes to be, I think she goes to be a pilot, and then he goes to be a psychic, and then
light years away from each other, basically.
Yeah, and then like the main guy becomes like a regular army soldier and all. And so they go and they fight, and it's just weird, crazy chaos.
And insects everywhere.
Yeah, it's just weird, awesome action. I don't even know really, because it's been it's been a year or so since I've seen the movie. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's hard to pin down. At the end, everybody, obviously everybody wins. It's kind of making fun of all these it's kind of making fun of movies like Aliens and things in itself and that nature. And it's, you kind of get, I kind of, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but with the way Neil Patrick Harris is dressed when he's like a psychic, especially at the end, I kind of get that. I'm like, he kind of looks like he's dressed like a Nazi of some kind. What the heck? And it's just super weird, but it's also really awesome and all. I think it's rated R.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because especially with they're doing the little propaganda tutorial thing.
Yeah.
And they go, these are arachnids, and it destroys the one guy.
It's supposed to be satire.
Yeah, it's kind of but it's not like comedic.
Like,
you know what I mean?
But as a plot.
It's just
It's like kind of like
it's
about
just kind of
fascism, kind of in a way.
Yeah, exactly, and it's also very cheesy plot. Like
Yeah.
it's not the best thing, but you get since it's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it's a really good movie. I love it a lot. What do you think about the movie, David? You seen it?
It was pretty cool. I really liked it. Like I had I guess kind of like a gothic. In my opinion, I felt like it was kind of like a gothic Star Wars. Like not like really like the plot.
You mean like darker kind of?
Yeah, but like
I see
like
what
spaceships and everything.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of like more like the Alien movies.
Yeah, but a cool fact about it is like for all those Walking Dead fans out there, the black preacher, I think he's a priest, the black priest that they found in the church or whatever, he's actually a character in Starship Troopers. Like he was like in a second squad thing.
What is it, season 4 or something?
I think it's season 5. I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I ain't caught up on
trying to
Walking
keep
Dead.
up, but yeah, but like the black priest from Walking Dead, yeah, he's in there too. I think he gets killed though. Yeah,
a whole bunch of people get killed in this movie. Limbs are dismembered.
Yeah. Heads are decapitated.
Yeah, stuff happens. Lots of action, crazy blood and bug
Brain
guts
hurting.
and everything. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. But so out of 10, what would you give this movie?
I'll probably say an 8. Well,
8.
Yeah, between 7 and 8, so maybe 7.
For 7.5?
Yeah.
All right.
7.5.
Even 7.5. That's good. Actually, I think I'm going to go 7.7 just to be above you. Price is right, you. Price is right, you. I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's really good. I highly suggest it to anybody who watches. And so that's our review for today, but that is not the entire show. I said I have a surprise for you guys. Okay. So I was looking at our videos and I'm noticing, it's kind of lacking in content now. I mean, we have the reviews, we have the news and all, and that takes up, time. I figured we could do something else to kind of give it, because I'm not going to lie, we'd come off flat. I've watched the videos, we'd come off kind of boring and flat. I mean,
what do you want me to do?
Without Ben, especially...
Take my shirt off?
Maybe
this isn't Magic Mike. All right, calm down. Especially ever since Ben had the lead, I was talking with somebody and they're like, Ben is such an idiot, blah, 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 blah. He's so funny and all. And so I'm like,
his 5 main points were Michael B. Jordan.
Exactly, and he's talking about the basketball player, I think, half the time.
Did you see the last 5 seconds of the first video? Like
No,
the very last 5 seconds, he threw his hat in the air.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I was there. Remember?
It hit me. It hit me.
Yeah,
But anyway, so the surprise is we're going to play a game. Saw style. No, I'm kidding. We're going to play this game. It's called the Binary Trivia Game. It's a simple true or false. I'm going to give you guys a trivia question, and you guys are going to have to say whether it's true or false. Can you hand me my phone? Yeah, there is a point system.
So it's me versus him, or?
Yeah, it's you versus him, because I have the phone. Okay, so basically...
Okay.
This is going to be very simple.
Do you have to answer in the form of a question?
No, this isn't Jeopardy. Anyway, so I'm going to read you guys some facts about a movie or something, and you're going to list off whether it's true or not. And for bonus points, you get 1 bonus point if you can name the movie, or no, not name the movie. Name either a director or an actor in the movie, and you get another bonus point if you can name the year it came out.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Okay.
It's got me.
And those are bonus points, by the way. The only thing you gotta have to get basic points is true or false.
I might have the upper hand.
50-50 chance probably either way.
Yeah.
Depending. Okay.
20.
So the first question, and I actually got to talk to you about this afterwards. So the first question is for a Star Wars question. It's going to be original trilogy. That means New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So, okay, you know how at the end, beginning of every Star Wars movie, we got the Star Wars bam, and it's got the scroll up with the leaning and all? Okay, the original, true or false, the original version of that, that screen crawl and all, was much longer, and so it had to be, it was really long and all, and so it had to be rewritten and all by a buddy of George Lucas's who directed the movie, a guy named John Milius, and he is a fantastic writer. He wrote like Dirty Harry. He directed and wrote the first Conan movie. He's written a lot. He wrote Apocalypse Now. He's very talented and all. And okay, so true or false, the original version of the screen crawl for Star Wars was much longer, and so John Milius rewrote it to what it is today.
True.
Okay? But before I tell you if you guys are right, bonus points. Oh wait, I already told you. Who directed the first Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
Who directed it?
Lucas. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, can I say the year?
Huh? Yeah, you can guess the year.
Who gets to guess first? We both get to guess?
One of you. Pick.
87. No.
87? No, okay.
Yeah.
Defer now. We ain't doing that now.
I feel like it was 87. I'm not totally sure.
Like
I know it's
Star Wars number 4.
Yes.
79.
The first movie to come out, fourth in the chronology.
1979.
So 1979?
Oh yeah, 79.
Hey, you can't change it.
Okay,
Yeah, you
okay,
can't change it. No, check it.
okay. Probably 80, 81 or 82. Probably 81.
81 or 82?
Yeah.
Which one? Just be final answer.
81.
81?
It's closest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're both right. True, it is true that John Milius rewrote the Star Wars crawl and all.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously you both got the director right. George Lucas did direct the fourth one. It was the only one of the original trilogy he directed. False on both. Star Wars came out, the original Star Wars came out in 1977.
I win.
No, you said 79. Don't even try that.
I said it was the
So,
closest.
1, 2, 2 points for both of you.
Okay.
Okay, so next piece of trivia. Clint Eastwood's last Western movie, because Clint Eastwood is known for being a Western, that's being Western, that's what made him famous. What was the name of Clint Eastwood's last Western movie?
Oh crap.
Was it The Deadpool, or was it Unforgiven?
The Deadpool.
Yeah, I'll go with
The
the same.
Deadpool? So you're both saying The Deadpool.
I'll go with Unforgiven.
You go Unforgiven? Okay. What year did it come out?
I can guess anything.
Yeah, any year.
This is his last one?
This is his last Western. Not his last movie, his last Western.
95.
Crap. I'm gonna go with like a crazy year. 63. I don't know. Yeah, 63.
How old do you think Clint Eastwood is? My God. I'll give you a pass on that one. You can guess again.
75. I don't watch.
Is that your final answer?
I'm not good with westerns. I don't know. Like,
I'm not
That's
either.
all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's why it's a 50-50 kind of thing. So this is a bonus point anyway. So, 1975 is your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Who directed it?
Clint Eastwood.
Is that your final answer?
Yep, that's my final answer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. So you both. Okay. So which of you said was his last Western? What did you say?
You said Deadpool. I said Deadpool.
You said Deadpool. You said Unforgiven. Unforgiven is the correct answer.
See, let's see.
His last film was Unforgiven. Clint Eastwood did direct it,
Woohoo.
so you both got that point. So you have, I should have, 3 and 4, okay. So you both got that right, yeah. As to the year, what did you say?
95.
75.
So off. You were closest with 1992, I believe.
Do I get a point?
Yeah, so that's a bonus point.
Okay.
So you get that. All right, so we're gonna do 3 more. Okay, so can't remember the year this movie came out, so hold on a second. Okay. So, 1984. It's the year 1984, right? Oscars. We're going to do an Oscar question. Okay. What movie won Best Picture that year? Was it the sci-fi dystopian future film 1984? Or was it the biography of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Amadeus?
So option 1984, Amadeus.
Yeah, so the option for which movie won Best Picture in 1984? 1984 or Amadeus?
Amadeus.
1984.
Okay. So, who directed... Okay, you're both... Okay, you said Amadeus. You said...
1984.
You said 1984. You're wrong. It was Amadeus.
Ooh, point for
Ouch,
Scott.
that hurt.
Okay, so bonus point if you can name the director of Amadeus.
I give up.
He's not a one-on director. Just take a wild shot in the dark. Can't hurt.
Don't know any directors.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy.
You don't know Steven Spielberg?
Steven Spielberg.
It's not Steven Spielberg.
James Cameron.
Wait, I just reminded Clint Eastwood.
George
gonna say
Lucas
that,
now. No, it's a Milos Forman. He's not really that known a director. All right, so I can't do the year it came out.
So I took lead with a point.
Hold on.
Name an
There's
actor.
another. You get another chance for a bonus question. Okay, name a character in the film Mozart other than Mozart.
Michelangelo.
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang is Mozart's first name.
Michelangelo.
Hold up. I'm thinking of some other. Right.
Composers.
Yeah.
Name a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Damn, I'm starting to forget the names. Crap. Okay. All the attention is on me. Okay.
It is.
Wait, what's the guy's name? Amadeus.
His name is Wolfgang Amadeus
Yeah,
Mozart.
yeah.
The other guy.
Yeah.
Name another guy.
Oh, crap. I'm so lost. This is. I hate history, bro.
Final answer.
Yeah, I hate history.
Correct. No. Okay. No. Mozart was in the 1700s, not
Dang it.
the 14, 13, whatever.
No, Michelangelo's very.
So
very
you
long
said
time.
Amadeus. You got that right. Neither of you got it. So Scott.